Hi, this is Erin from Blossy Bee. Welcome to my channel. So the plan for this video is to set up and use two resin art tool purchases from my previous video, and these tools are the Teexpert resin leveling table and the Istoyo rechargeable resin mixer ultra, and I'm going to use them both along with some new molds from Kmart to create some jewelry pieces. So this is the leveling table that I'm going to unpack now. Ooh. And see if I can get it set up. So it's come very well protected in bubble wrap. Put the bubble wrap to the side, and let's have a little look. So we've got those little things, and so that I'll keep that tape in case I'm meant to keep it stuck to it. So as far as I can tell, it's showing that the current space I'm working on is level, which is wonderful. But this will guarantee it, and I don't always work at this exact same spot on my kitchen table. So let's have a look. And if I did want to adjust it, sort of plastic around there. Just came off quite easily. Don't really know why that's there. Easily fixable. And I'll do those other ones after, but I'm presuming that you just literally go in and, yeah, that's all you do. You just use that little wrench to turn it. And let's have a look and see. Yeah, so I'm just going to pop the wrench under one of the corners to see what happens. Yeah, so, oh, that's great. Alrighty, well, that was very easy to get out and set up. So that's the Teexpert, if that's how you say it, resin leveling table. So, next thing to open is the Istoyo cordless resin mixer ultra. So let's have a look. I'll just move the leveling tray a little bit out of the way. Oh, it's got a seal there. So take my scalpel and cut through that. That was a very satisfying pop. Oh, hang on, we're going to go this way, I think. Right, so we've got thank you for your purchase and let them know if you're not happy, and it's nice. And oh, the little booklet. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to charge it. A warm tip. Is it like a hot tip, but not quite as good? The warm tip is, okay, to charging for 4 to 6 hours. So I can get that set up. Cleaning and storage. So great, good to have those. And what have we got? A little plastic bag here. So that's the control end, I guess, and the USB charging cord, and start your resin journey. Okay. We've got a few things in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mixing pails, and this is the stand, I think. And then we've got a little silicone tray, some tools, and the mixer stand. All right, that's quite heavy. Okay, well, let's see how we go. So I've got one little screw, and that goes there. Go back to our instruction manual. I'm pretty sure I know what to do, but we'll just see if it tells you how they want you to set it up. No, so that's interesting. There's no instructions on setting it up, but I've got a picture. So we'll just look at the picture and do our best. Do the little screw. Okay, so this stand is going to go into here, and there is the little screw. So all I'm going to do is flip that over and pop that screw through, and then I am going to tighten it. Gosh, if that's as hard as it gets, that's pretty easy. I do like Allen keys. It's always great when you get them with something that you have to assemble, so then you're not sort of, you know, searching everywhere for your own. So my dad always taught me to go as far as you can and then just ease back a little. So I don't know if that's perfect or not, but my dad was a pretty good man, so we'll take that one. All right, so then we've got this part, which is the part with the little charging point, and so that will just sit in there. Lift that up a little bit. And then, why do we have 4 paddles? Let's have a look. They look identical to me. So I think that we've got 2 large and 2 small paddles, which is great. So I will go and get that. I'll follow that warm tip and get them charged. So this, does that sit like that? Or does it go over? Yep, I think it just literally sits like that, which means that you would put your, just leaning over to grab a cup like that, and any splashes, I guess, go straight into there. So that's good. All right, well, I will go and get this charged, and then I can have a little bit of fun making something. Right, the charger, is fully charged. Whilst it was charging, those 3 little lights came on, and then the 3, they were flashing, and then when they stopped flashing, that's when it's fully charged. So let's get this first show on the road. So the first thing I wanted to check is which of the 2 paddles I should use, and in this case I've chosen the larger of the 2 because it fits quite well into this cup, and I'm guessing that the closer I can get to the edges the better. I'm not sure, but that's my current thinking. And that's what I'll try for this first attempt. Okay, I'll just grab my resin, and I'm using the River Art Resin Deep Pour. It's a 2-part epoxy resin. Oh gosh, I didn't put my gloves on. Gloves. It's exciting because I've got my new black Sabco nitrile disposable gloves that I have not yet used. So we'll see what they're like too. Got lots of new things today. Oh, there's probably a trick in getting these out. This is terrible. Oh no. I didn't want all the gloves. Oh, I got 2, yay. I'll just sort of poke them back in there and pretend that didn't happen. Okay. So, we'll pop these on and see how it goes. Oh, they are a much better fit than, I was using the Rhino nitrile gloves, which I loved, and I did try and get, but they only came in large, and I did have large before, but they just always felt a bit too loose, and I feel like these could be better for more precise. We'll see. Learning lots of things today. Okay, so zeroing back, and actually I'll just pop a paper towel under there first and tear off a piece of paper towel just so I've got one to clean up the resin. Alright, so haven't really decided what I'm making yet, but oh yes, I think I'll use the moulds that I got from Kmart. Okay, so I'm just going to make up, what do we think, maybe 50, if I can get to... How many of us have poured an amount out and then it's gone over and then like, oh, all right, I'll go up to the next bit. Trying to get to 60, but I think I won't push my luck. Okay, so that's part A, and it's a 2-to-1 mixture. So the next one we are going to go up to 30. So I'll zero that back and see how we go for 30. Oh. 33. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over 3 grams. I hope that it all works out. If it doesn't, remind me that I was cavalier with my attitude towards measuring. Okay, so now normally at this point I would get my stirring stick out and start the long, painful for me, stirring. But because I've got this new Istoyo mixer, I won't be doing that. So, just trying to push the, I've still got the packaging from, whoops, from the mixer there. Okay, so let's have a go at this. So how do we push in the paddles? Okay, to insert the paddle into the chuck, align the paddle with the chuck, push in until secure. To remove it, pull it straight out. All right, that sounds almost error-proof, so we'll push in. Okay, that locked, beautiful. And then I'm assuming, now that's, oh, I did not notice that. So that is extendable. Okay. Oh, sorry. Tightening things is really hard on my hands. So let's have a look. Does it say? No, it doesn't actually sort of say what height to have it. Just having a little look. Well, in the picture, it's touching the bottom, so I guess that's correct. All right, so we will lift it up, put the wand in, and then I'm going to use AI mode. So I'm going to press and hold the power button for 2 seconds. I don't think that's right. That was a very weird thing. Okay, so press and hold the power button for 2 seconds and then turn on the AI button. Okay. I did not like the sound that that made. Maybe it needs to go a little bit higher. I'll go up just a smidge. Let me look at that. Okay, that feels pretty good. Oh, I've got a ridiculous amount of butterflies in my stomach thinking about this. Okay, so hard. So I'm pressing the power button. So I'm pressing it for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And then I'm pressing AI, and well, it's moving. Now what I didn't anticipate is that the cup's spinning. So people who've used this before, is that normal? So it said that this was going to go for 4 minutes. Oh, it's just gone backwards as well. Did I want it to go backwards? Alright, I'm going to just hope that that's right. I'm just going to try and lift the cup up gently to figure out how far away from. I'll just change directions again. Just lowering that. Now it's sort of moving quite a bit. Getting a little bit too movey. I can just see me ending up covered in resin in a moment. So I'll go up just a teeny little bit. This is going to take a little bit of adjustment, I think. It's me needing the adjustment, not the machine. And whoops. I think that was telling me, yeah. So if you have it too low, it makes that rather unpleasant noise. And I'll turn that around so I can see it again. Okay. This is actually a bit stressful how much it's moving. If any of you experienced people out there watching dying of laughter right now, I don't blame you, but I'm not quite sure what to do. I know you're meant to be able to walk away from it, but at the moment, I don't feel quite brave enough. Okay, so we're going back the other way. And we're just sort of I wonder if you're meant to use the little drip tray. Get back over in the middle. Hey, Keith. Hello. Alright, so it mixes quite fast, doesn't it? But I guess I could control that, maybe. It's interesting, the instruction manual looks good, but it's missing quite a few important pieces, like, oh, bit, okay. So, that must be it. It will stop with a beeping alert. Okay. So, and it's just turned itself off. Oh, all right. So, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to lift this up. Just got to move one of my things out of the way. I'm going to lift that up. lift it up this way, how much higher will that go? Yes, that could be dripping okay, I think. That could be. Alright. No, it's still touching. So, okay, well, we'll lift it up. And now what do I do? How much resin do we think I'm losing from being on the paddles? Hard to know. I think what I'll do is I'll get a paddle pop stick and I'll just start scraping, and that might show me exactly how much comes off it. Okay, so not a couple of drops, not a lot, not a lot at all. Okay, let's have a look. So that's pretty good. So my instinct is to clean this off with a paper towel first. And oh, I've got a drip coming. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Because like everything, I mean, yes, it's great if it can stir the resin for me, because I have huge difficulties stirring because of my hands. But, you know, you don't want it to be like one of those juices of old that takes you a week to pull apart and wash up and clean and so on and so forth. So, so far so good. Now it's said to use a baby wipe, so I will reach over and grab a baby wipe. I'll just and I've still got the packaging from there. I was just going to move things and just show you, purely out of interest sake probably, where I keep leaning towards. So take that out, and then just to my right is where I sort of have my YouTube creations up there, and then I just have my little caddy with all of that. Then down the bottom I have my resin and spare paper towel and things, and the acrylic resin would live there too. So that's where I'm going to when I reach over. So I'll just pop the phone back in and down, and we'll get a baby wipe out. And as per their suggestion, I'll give that a wipe. And then I think it said to wash it in hot soapy water. So that suits me, because that's what I do with all of my silicone equipment after I've used it. Okay, well, I'll sit that there. And let's move that. I think I've got one teeny tiny spot of resin on there. It is. Let's have a look. Okay, it's sort got foamy consistency on the top. What's that about? It's quite bubbly. Alright, well, I might just leave it to sit there for, what if I give it 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll have a look and I'll see if it looks a bit clearer. So after that 5 minutes, I've come back and the resin is fairly bubble free, and I go ahead and use some Just Resin Luster Pigment Paste in the colour Raspberry. Now, something definitely changes during the curing process with this colour, because here you can see it's beautiful sort of rich, deep pink colour. And then when I come to the demould, you'll notice it's changed. So just want you to sort of try and get in your head what colour you're seeing now compared to what colour you're going to see in a moment. So with the earrings, I'm just going to go ahead and do a sort of an ombre effect and blend two different pigment mixes together. Well, a pigment mix on the bottom, and then on the top I'm going to use clear resin with the Just Resin Gold Foil Flakes. And I'm doing that just to add that lovely little bit of touch of elegance to them. And I would also be very interested in seeing whether the clear part is actually going to be, you know, bubble free and looks good. So my tip, if you're doing this, would be to have both mixtures made up and to do them closer, because you can see that some of my resin is already travelling and it's going to block off those areas where I had intended to put in the gold foil resin. So the gold foil is just going to add a really lovely highlight to these. The clear resin, I'm hoping, also adds that little bit of interest. And I did notice too that the top row of this mould don't have the holes, so they perhaps are designed for stud earrings, and the third row have double holes, so they're great for either adding on top as toppers or for attaching a charm to, which is in fact what I go ahead and do, which you'll see shortly. So after I've put all of the resin in, I go back and just check that it's all level, see whether I need to top up any parts. I did have a teeny little bit of resin left over, which I used in two very small moulds, Rooster and the Dragon, which you can see here. So these are all now fully cured. And straight away, I hope you are noticing it is no longer raspberry. So I had these on my Istoyo heat mat, and I had it set on the timer. And when I got up the next morning, the timer hadn't finished. So I'm pretty upset about that, and I'm going to contact Istoyo. And so my tip, now I know that, would to be never ever leave it on overnight. I think that excessive amount of heat for that long period of time has somehow created a reaction in my pigment paste, because they are definitely not raspberry. They are a very pretty colour. What would I call this colour? I would say it's almost an apricot colour. You can see hints of the raspberry in some of the pieces, and also in the bigger pieces that I'm about to unmould. But yeah, I got a real shock. It was like I went to bed with one lot and woke up with something someone else had sneaked in and done. It was very odd. But the clear parts did come out beautifully clear, and I'm very happy. So both the levelling table and the mixer worked really well. So here are the larger pieces that I mentioned did seem to stay the more raspberry colour. And after a bit of thinking backwards and forwards, I decided not to go ahead and do anything with the larger pieces. They are not for me at all. They're not very refined, and they're very large. But the smaller pieces I can definitely do something with. So here I'm just going in and I'm using 2 different size earring posts, very tiny and then small. And I'm attaching those with E6000 glue to the back of my earring pieces, and then leaving those to dry. And then for the little hearts, I decide to turn those into little charms, and I do that by just attaching some little corded charms to the gold jump rings that I add to it, and they end up looking really great. So overall, I think that the levelling table is going to give me a lot more confidence in my work. It also gives me a sort of a dedicated space to work on, which I'm really happy with. And the resin mixer is definitely going to save my hands. So here are the earrings, all made up, and I hope you like them. I've gone ahead and added charms to a couple, and I've used gold findings for all of them, and they just look so pretty in the light, very sparkly and pretty. They are not raspberry, but whatever they are, they look great. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you got some good information out of it, it would be great if you could leave me a like. And I'm always interested to read any comments you might have. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's free and it only takes a moment of your time. And I'll leave you with some photos of the finished products. Bye for now. See you in the next video.